Hi, good evening. My name is Audrey Corsiani, and tonight I'm feeling I'm going to dive into some light language, and there's been a lot of intensity working with friends and peers and clients. I feel like in the soul fam, there's been a lot of intensity. We've really been working and clearing and activating and being aware in our fields and, requesting some stuff to be cleared out. And so the intention for this has to do with holding ourselves in compassion when these experiences show up and things are coming to the surface, and maybe we find ourselves in more of an uncomfortable situation. And sometimes we're naturally programmed to thinking that, when we're feeling uncomfortable, that we're doing something wrong. I do this all the time. Like, why do I feel like this? What's happening? Why do I feel like I want to cry? Why do I feel like I want to throw up? Why don't I feel like moving? Like, in these resting moments, because when we spend Okay, so when we spend a lot of time and intention working on these things and they come up into our reality. Sometimes they are uncomfortable situations. So my intention today is first to hold a compassionate space in the heart to soften the expectations and clear expectations around um, what this feels like, and open up to being able, like, a compassion for the pain, because self-compassion for ourselves as we process some heavy things that come up to the surface, the shadow work, if you will. Especially when this is the intention, we can find ourselves in situations where these things we have access to. So, and that can feel really nasty. So, this is the first part of that. I feel like there's going to be three. So, this is the second go of a channeling, and there was three parts of it. And the first part was compassion for self in times of processing. And then part two was an activation of joy like innocence, and to be able to, after we're kind of using that compassion and feel safe enough to dive into the joy and the childlike innocence, um, and then finishing up with grounding. So, originally, I was requesting soul language to come through for the compassion, and then fairy light language for childlike innocence. And then it was very interesting. I think I found some what we would refer to as Sasquatch energy for the grounding. And I feel like that kind of calibrated itself the last time we did this. So, again, I would love feedback. So, here we go. Without further delay, I won't be talking too much. Okay. So, the intention for compassion. Okay, so I'm feeling some, maybe some Lyran energy coming in. Unda palina ta kola fatino palalalin itala o a ukati vala o a kula dina na na ula dula fin dikititi u a uti kata pata tu u kata intaka u kalama ti u a kata ta 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 kata inka ya, so the first part was like, this is okay, this is part of the natural experience you can experience, and then it's starting to come in like a cleaning, shall we say. It's like, feels like a cleaning out of like the thought process, the thought, whatever it is. So cutting all the like pointless head chatter. Unkata, unkata oda inaka o I o I an tinkinti untinka a unkunku 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 Thank you. I don't know. I asked who it was. I heard Lyran. Could have been my ego. Feedback much appreciated. Okay. So the intention is now last time when I had the same intention, it came in, it felt like I was assuming or it felt like it was fairy, but it felt like very watery, like very like short and sweet, like spritey, but like watery, which would make a lot of sense with because the intention is childlike innocence and joy and being able to connect on, after that going into this space, childlike innocence and joy. She's saying, if you want to play, we're always here. We love to play. We love to play. It's so good for your heart and for your soul. Into unter ante unter inter unter inter unter inter 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 unter ante unter into kann denken into into unter und inte ante unter inte into unter inte ante unter inte unter inte unter inte inte kiti to kiti und denken tinto und tinto ding 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 ting ding 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 un ding ding un ting ding 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 dun ding 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 into into und inte 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 unter ante unter oder inte inte nicht und den tang tang inte unter ante und inte ente unter ante. They would have just kept going. I really don't know. I don't know. Suggestions? But it felt like it was very like playful and joyful. And then it was just kind of like regular business, just chit-chatting, reassurance, that felt that's more like I'm pushing through doubt and resistance. So maybe I was trying to get the fairies and it wasn't coming through, and I was going to a place of like doubt and resistance, and someone else came in and was like, Inte 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 una alla coina catati. Now here's the water. Takta indo takta katati. Ante I kunting ting tong tang ting tong tang tong ting ting tong 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 ting ting ting. This is fun. I'm not going to judge myself about what I know and what I don't know. The intention before all the work was that I was going to go into this with nothing lower than a 500 level consciousness for communication and all in the highest and best. So how can you go wrong? Okay. So then I'm just feeling like the last thing we want to do today is to connect. And the first video I did for myself, I felt like I was connecting. I really thought I had no idea that this was even a thing. I think I saw maybe one of Deb's video, but I felt very Sasquatchy. I could see like the Sasquatchy and like the walking. And I also feel like it's very relative to me because part of my soul path is working with the ley lines and activating while walking energetically in person, that kind of thing. And that would make sense, that Sasquatch would they're saying the original DNA, the original grid, the DNA, the 12 point. So it was very interesting. So I'm going to set the intention. I'm going to ask muscle testing. This is okay. Can I have the Sasquatch? I'm going to say yes. Everything for the highest and best, and nothing less than a 500 frequency. And I'm going to put a filter over my root and my crown chakra to keep a level of protection and for us always. And so it is. Okay. So I guess this is Sasquatch. It's grounding. The intention of this is grounding, or what I was getting was grounding. So now I'm trying to replicate what I did unintentionally. So let's see what happens. And I'm getting like sensation in my stomach, like the solar plexus activating, but like almost like a hunger pain. So this feels like coming in, like helping assist embodiment. So like pulling the soul in more, like pulling our light essence in. Shall we say our light essence, our plasma, our liquid light nectar plasma, and pulling that into our vessels more, and pulling that in. This is like grounding, pulling into our vessels more. So the more grounded we are, right, the bigger we can expand. So like ground. Okay, so okay. Well, this has been quite enough adventure for me for one day. So thank you guys for sticking around. I guess this turned out to being 12 minutes and 46 seconds long. So any feedback? I'm kind of flying blind. I've just watched the videos in our group. And so even though I have been working with energy for a while, this is my first attempt at publicly sharing other than my welcome message. So I may suggest that I'm saying something and maybe you're hearing something else. I'm really, really open to whatever feedback you're willing to leave me. I really, really appreciate it. And thank you. Love you.